So after you resurrected on the 5th, 1, 2, 3, the 8th of April. Right? Now that you're resurrected, all prophecy must be fulfilled.
Okay.
All right. So part of the prophecy in Genesis 15:13, it says our people will be afflicted in a land that's not ours for 400 years. Right? But I did say 7 is completion. So if you look at 1619 to 2019, that's 400 years, as in COVID-19. Then you add 7 years, that's completion, which is today.
Okay, but why did black people? What's so special about them? Like, I mean, like this American slaves, like they are the indigenous people, the indigenous people of this country.
Right. And God's covenant is to restore you back to Area 51, the 50 states plus Washington, D.C. That's why they got 51 everywhere. And that's why they've been talking about UFOs like no tomorrow. They talking about UFOs because they talking about Area 51. That's God's covenant. That's the ark. That's the ark of the covenant. Now, like I said, Noah's Ark in the Bible, it talks about how big the ark was. It says 51 cubits tall and 510 cubits long. That's Area 51. That's the covenant, right? So, like I said, when Martin Luther King got gunned down in Memphis, Tennessee, he said, last speech, April the 3rd, he said, hey, I've been to the what did he say? I've been to the mountaintop and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but one day we're going to get to the promised land, right? Now, I said Area 51, he got shot down in Memphis, Tennessee, which is Egypt, right?
Right.
But the highway 51 goes right up and down north-south on the Mississippi River, which is the Nile River, right? But he said, I may not get there with you. Because when you cross over the Nile River, you go into the ark, as in the Arkansas, the Ark of the Covenant.
That's reminiscent of Moses that didn't make it into the promised land.
Correct.
And they did cross over what they crossed, the Dead Sea.
But watch this. Now, didn't I say 40 means trial period?
Yes.
What highway takes you right through there? I-40. It's a trial period. And once you cross over that bridge, that Nile River, you into the Ark of the Covenant, the Promised Land. Ark as in Arkansas, which is area code 501, which is Area 51.
Wow. Who is this? Ferns Inc. said the Ark was built in Bristol, Florida, the only location on Earth that has gopher wood. My.
Yeah. Gopher wood is only in the Americas, nowhere else in the world.
Come on. 806 people in the chat. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We got Sheik Jacob Bey. He is the resident Sheik. He breaks down codes. He helps us to see numerology, gematria, and all that. The brother is phenomenal. And he's also writing a book. Tell us the name of the book.
The Copper King, The Transition in Power. And I've been working on this book since the beginning of COVID. I have 5 volumes that I'm working on. Now, everybody's been hitting me up with my email and everything. And I said, I do not want to take anybody's money until I know that the printing process actually begins. I was thinking that I could get this thing done sometime this month. I'm still kind of hoping that I can get the process started.
Yes.
But as soon as I get it printed, I'm going to send everybody out an email blast and let them know that process is started. If they want to pre-order then I'll accept any payments. But I don't want to take nobody's money until that actually happens.
Well, do you take donations?
I take donations, but those donations aren't really enough to satisfy what I'm trying to do.
Well, yeah, because publication is if anybody wants to do a donation, is $ all rights reserved. It's on the screen, and we'll put it in the chat. But yeah, it costs. I was looking into it's thousands.
It's thousands. So I mean, that's everybody if everybody want to take a piece of the action and say, hey, let me reach into my pocket and donate 100 here, 100 there, and 100 there, then maybe I can get something done. But other than that, no, it's not going to affect that too much.
All right. So this is very, very good. You writing a book about all this. We get to see it happen in real time.
You
Take
really
us
do.
through there. Like literally take us through. What do you want us to know? Take us through there.
So if you don't mind, I sent you some pictures.
Okay.
And
Sister
it doesn't matter which ones you open. I'll just go through them.
Sister Janine says, I'm dreaming about those books, Jacob. Looking forward to them.
Hey, I like the dream too.
She said, I'm dreaming about you, hoping that someday soon through the clouds you come bursting through. Cause I really want to see you and I really want to be with you. Oh, I'm just dreaming about you. Okay, I'm sorry. I just got a little beside myself, Sheik.
You had to go there.
Let me go ahead and bring this up. All right, first picture in the queue is drum roll. I have no idea what that is.
There you go. That's the perfect one. Okay.
Okay.
Now you see the throne,
Yes, sir.
and what's in the middle of it? A
I see
gold
it's
toilet.
gold. Yeah.
Now do you see the background? What's in the background of that picture?
Let me see.
That's the Washington Memorial.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, that's the Washington Monument.
Okay.
So they put that throne directly in front of the Abraham Lincoln Memorial.
Okay.
Do you want to understand why?
Why?
Okay, it's symbolism. The reason why I just said that the descendants of Abraham are the heirs to the world.
Yes, sir.
So they letting you know that the white man's days to be sitting on the throne ain't nothing but shit. That's the toilet.
Really? Because you would wonder, why would they put a toilet on a throne?
Well, you know, they say when you go to the restroom, I'm sitting on my throne. That's what a lot of guys say.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's letting you know.
Somebody asked, is that a toilet? Yes.
That's a gold toilet.
Yes, it is, Ferns Inc. The golden stool.
Yeah. Now, they were making some references to Trump when they put that out there, but it's still, that came right a few days right after the No Kings rally.
Oh, okay.
They can't be king. Now, watch this, y'all. I'm going to give y'all another little tidbit. When they had that No Kings rally, it was exactly 41 years, 10 months. 10 means God's promise and God's word. Since Bruce Springsteen put out the song Born in the USA. Right? Born in the USA. Because what was it talking about? Birthright citizenship.
Wow.
And that the true heirs to the Americas are the ones born in the USA. Born. Now I ain't talking about just because you came and visited. No, the ones who belong to the land. And like I said, he's talking about the kings and the queen. Because USA equals 41. You, like your grandson, broke it down.
You did.
U is 21, S is 19, that's 40, A is 1.
Wow.
That's what, when people say Donald Trump is tripping, talking about make America great again, they thought they were talking about putting people back into slavery. Oh, hell no. He was putting America back into the equation of the United States, because the United States alone, as in U.S., that meant your trial period. U.S. That's 40. But when you add the American,
the A,
you have the king.
Come on.
That's why I said, take a nickel, dime, and quarter, add it up, it's 40 cents. But when you add that copper penny,
it's
that's
41.
facing the right, and it has Abraham on it, the descendants of Abraham are the kings of the world.
What you taught me is why Abraham's bus is always on
On the
Trump's
right.
desk.
Yeah.
And on Trump's when he's signing those executive orders. Come
Yeah.
on, teach. Rest in peace, Memphis Verdi, I.C. Goston, L. Turner Bay. I agree. Come on through here, Sheik. Okay.
Thank you.
So I know you're gonna say what you got next.
Go ahead and pull it up. We can just roll. There it is. Now, what I tell you, opposite of 41 is what?
14.
And that's why they talking about getting rid of 14, the 14th Amendment.
White supremacy, 14.
Come on, there you go. And they did that on April 1st, 41. Because we are the ones that have the birthright.
And I think people don't understand there's a stark difference between American and United States citizens.
Correct.
There's some type of cognitive dissonance. Maybe it's because they weren't taught, right? Can you tell briefly what the difference is? Or should we just move on?
Well, do this. Look at the 1828 definition of American, right? Mm-hmm. But what did they come out with that definition on? I want you to bring this up and show the people because they're going to trip on this.
Okay, you want me to bring up the definition?
Yeah, bring up the and show the date. When did that date come out?
Okay.
Just bring up 1828 definition of American.
I don't know if they show the date on this one. I'll bring it up. I don't see the date.
I'll tell them. Y'all don't have to be in suspense.
No, what was it?
April the 14th.
Nuh-uh.
41 forward and 41 in reverse.
What?
They've been putting it in our face the entire time.
What? Okay. So I got it up.
Does it give a date?
No, I'm gonna see if I can find the one that gives a date. Dictionary. Webster's Dictionary. Y'all, no.
What's that?
I'm blown away. Hold on, let me show you. Here it is. It says what you said.
It said what you said. Right.
What you said. Why don't Americans spell the same as the British? I don't know why this is. October. Okay, it says this was specifically true with Noah Webster's, an American Dictionary of the English Language, published April 14th, 1828, which established an American version of the English language.
Boy.
And then if you look at, should I bring up the definition?
Oh, you can. It's going to say something about the copper people.
Okay, let me see. I don't know if y'all can see what I can see. 1828 Webster's. And the reason why we're bringing this up, because you're going to talk about the difference between a United States citizen and an American.
Correct.
Okay, here we go. Where is it? No, I just had it up. Hit the like button, family. This one won't come up. Okay. Now this one doesn't say 1828, but I'll bring up 1828. We just had it. Hold on, family.
But even if you want to go deeper than that, 1828. The reason why 1828 is significant, if you add 18 and 28 is 46. And I always told you that 46 means the transition in power.
You did.
Right?
Yes, sir. A native of America, originally applied to the aboriginals or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America.
They changed and all that.
Yeah. And then you have to even wonder why they said, but now applied, because that wasn't the original definition. They changed that. But now applied. Go ahead.
Even those, and I'm going to answer the question that you brought up earlier. What's the difference?
Okay.
Even those who have claimed to be indigenous, those who claim to be Indian and all that stuff, right? They're now concerned about the whole birthright citizenship thing because they're not true Americans. They're hybrid. They're hybrids. That, and you want to call it a different name instead of Indians, they're pretendians.
Okay. Where'd they come from? Go ahead.
Well, most of them came from Asia. Because if you look at them, they kind of look a little like Eskimos.
They do.
Right? And you may here and there have some a little darker than others, but for the most part, those aren't the true Americans. That's why they call them Indian reservations, because they're only reserving the land for you when it's time to wake up and come out of the 400-year That's the deal. Okay. We are the true Americans. Some say to America. That's fine. But we're the true Americans, and everybody else is just, praying that they could be around. And the U.S. citizens, they belong to the corporate construct. And Donald Trump did say yesterday and today, that's why he is taking, he didn't even say he's going to buy it. He said, I'm taking Greenland because he has to move the United States to Greenland. Because because he can't be on this land no more. Remember, I said God's covenant is Area 51. So 50 states plus Washington, D.C. So if God's covenant is to restore you to your land, he must give you back the territory of Washington, D.C. So therefore, where's D.C. going to go? Greenland.
I can dig it. Okay.
I can dig it too.
Can you dig it, baby?
It's gone.
So those that are United States citizens are beholden to the corporation, which is not the same as America.
No.
So they're going to have to figure out something, right?
Oh, this gets even better. I'm sorry, you got me excited now.
Okay.
What's happening too? They came out today with the war on fraud. You remember I told you about the war on fraud? Yes. The war on fraud is they coming down hard. See, if this is the last day, this is the last day of the corporation. Today is the last day of the corporation, right? So if this is the last day, I'm doing my hands like some woman. This is crazy. If this is the last day, right? So what they're doing is they're taking down all the corporate stuff, right?
Okay.
The corporate stuff means anything that dealt with that all caps name. So they're coming down on the healthcare, the Social Security, the IRS, the insurance companies, right? They're coming down with the banks and the credit card industry, right? Anything that dealt with that all caps name, and the judges. Donald Trump talked about the judges the other day.
I missed that one.
He said, I'm putting in place 93 attorney generals.
In exchange for those judges?
To deal with anything dealing with the fraud, because the fraud can no longer affect the American people. Well, who are the American people? See, if he's making America great again, that means we don't fit into that U.S. corporate stuff anymore. And if they try to put that kind of fraud on our people, they got to go down. If you don't mind, show the next picture. I mean, let's get into this.
Somebody asked you, what is Tamara? Tamara. That's another word for America, isn't it?
They took that T. They took the T away from whatever and made Jesus carry that T.
The cross? The T.
That's some deep shit, ain't it?
That's deep. But tonight is the night that I'm feeling all right. I'm so excited. Okay, dokie. Now let me see what else you got for us. This is so good. All right. Now we could talk about this another time, but I'm wondering if there's going to be any type of compensation for the people who are United States citizens that really thought they were American, or what? But you said a lot of them going to go to Greenland.
Most of them going to Greenland, and some of them are going to be going back to Europe. And I don't know, I can't say, but many of them going to try to get back over here anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of us who are aware with the RV and all this stuff that's coming up,
yes,
that there were going to be like many of us going to be able to acquire property and all that.
Uh-huh.
And the reason why we're going to be able to acquire property is because once they start the deportation process, those homes are going to be available.
Mm.
Once you deport, the home is empty, right?
Yes.
Then once you acquire the home, because look now, you're the American, right? You're the American. You can't be taxed. You can't be taxed on your own land,
right?
So now you get your property; it's tax free. You're not going to be charged utility bills because it's your energy, it's your water,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, you're going to have free water and free electricity. They can't charge you for it.
Okay.
They might be able to charge you for a service.
Okay.
But not for the actual energy.
Okay.
Okay. Or the water.
Mm.
So that's yours. Now, what else is going to be yours? Whatever you want.
Okay.
You can have whatever you like, that kind of thing.
You can have whatever you like. And you said, so a lot of people who were citizens, a lot of them will go back home. And, I've looked it up, and about 2.9 million people have already deported since last January. Most of them self-deported, over 1 million self-deported. And then like 600,000 were deported. So So they're already leaving because they knew it was their time was up, and a lot of them were billionaires and millionaires. That's why a lot of these commercial properties are closed.
Correct. And they know that, if we want to have any kind of opportunity to come back to this land, we need to do it the correct way and the lawful way.
The lawful, right. If people don't realize that lawful and legal are two different things. Go ahead.
Right. And that's that Trump $5 million gold card. So they got to buy one for each one of their family members if they want to be back over here. But the conditions are, you have to pay taxes to the American people. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay taxes to the American people. You must maintain a $100,000 a year salary. And that's everybody in your household got to have that kind of thing. If you do not, that means whatever jobs that you may have acquired, they got to go to somebody that's an American. You're not going to just say, okay, well, I'm going to pass this over to, one of my own, like they did with us for the last 100 years or so.
I said, yeah.
Think about it, like in the banking industry, even in the entertainment industry, it was gatekeepers that said, no, we're just going to hire from within. You're not going to be hiring anybody external, especially somebody that's opposite of us. And Trump is putting a stop to all that.
Not only were they only hiring certain people, but they had clauses in the deeds that said don't sell the land to Black people.
Cool. Well, Black people.
It was embedded in the deeds and the wills of a lot of immigrants and a lot of non-Black people, a lot of Europeans that were here. And they say it's illegal, but it's still on the books. And in order to get that removed from the deeds, you have to go through a very lengthy process. It's called a no Black buyers clause. So when I was studying to go into real estate, because my son was a broker, and a lot of realtors don't even know this, but the real estate law professionals and legal professionals came to the class and taught us this. And so I decided, let me go do a little research. And it's true. In the deed, present today, despite being void, they claim, these clauses still physically exist in millions of property records and historic deeds nationwide. They run with the land and the paper records until a formal removal process is completed. It's called the No Black Buyers Clause. People think you're just, sometimes think you're not. No, that's over. Nuh-uh, no. It's still in the deeds. Don't sell to the black people. And it's weird because this is our land. Like our ancestors left it to us.
And that goes right back to what I just said, that they initiated the war on fraud. You get what I'm saying? So they're coming after the mortgage companies. They're coming after the finance companies. They're coming after the banks. They're coming after the doctors. They're coming after the courts. They're coming after the DMV. They're coming after all that crap that put us into some kind of perpetual servitude.
And well, the Supreme Court of the United States did overturn the Chevron doctrine, which had given the government unlimited powers. They overturned that and said all that government having unlimited powers and all 445 organizations is unconstitutional, unlawful, and treasonous.
Correct.
That happened the summer 2024.
Correct.
And look at this before we go on. Sister Cynthia says, I'm a licensed realtor in Texas, and I know of a very high-end area with tax blockade. That's the first place I'm going to buy when this is done. I guess they keep you from buying land. Yes. It's like HOAs, they got to go too. Yeah. And it's embedded in the HOAs too, not to sell land at certain areas to black people classified as black. Yep, that's why they were stealing the properties. They were hurdling us off the properties, rushing us off. The people classified as black, then changed to Negro, colored, black, and African American, and then unlawfully selling that property to immigrants, or people that came in from the other countries. So a lot of people are angry with President Trump because they don't want to give up all that wealth. They don't want to give up the land. They don't want to give up those mines. They don't have the allodial titles to those mines or to the land or to those farms. They don't want to give up all that real estate property that they were given. All that. And we think, oh, I'm gonna buy a house. The house is only considered the adornment. That's what that might be, but that's not the land. That's what they really after, the land. And I digress.
You're correct.
I digress. All right, let's see what we got next. Because the Sheik is in here cooking. Can y'all smell what the Sheik is cooking? Okay, next. Who that is?
Oh, that's Michael. Return of a Deity. That's his nephew.
Oh, that's his nephew looking just like him.
I really think that's Michael's real son, but everyone's saying that's Jermaine Jackson's son. Yeah, but he looks so much like Michael.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Training Day. Okay.
Now that movie in Berlin comes out April the 10th. Ain't that 41?
Okay. Oh my.
Right?
Yes.
And 14 days later, you have a new supremacy.
Now, why does it say his story begins in a theater in IMAX April 24th?
Oh, that's going to be here in the Americas. That's the release date for the Americas.
For the Americas. Oh.
Then there's a new supremacy coming in the Americas.
Okay.
Remember I said 14 means white supremacy. So it comes out April 10th in Berlin. That's 41. But 14 days from that would be the 24th. Then there's a new supremacy.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Any other pictures in that one?
Let me see here.
Okay. There you go. Now what is that?
Released on April 10th. Okay.
That's the date that I was telling everybody at the beginning of your show. That's the date when they said the Iran War started at the end of Black History Month.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
And 41 days later will be April 10th, which is 41. So people can see this.
And that's when Michael Jackson movie
that's
comes
the one
out.
in Berlin happens, not here in the Americas, but the one in Berlin. But the point I'm giving you is I want you to understand when Trump shuts this thing down tonight, April the 7th, Everything in threes. 3 days from that is April the 10th. And that shows you that we're going into a whole new world. But he's shutting this thing down. See, when he's talking about taking out their power, that's what he's saying. He's taking out the power of white supremacy. I'm taking away your power, and I'm going to blow it up for the next 4 hours. That's going to probably start an hour from now.
Woo!
So I'm so glad that you allowed me to share this tonight, because I want people not to be freaking out when they see what's about to happen.
Okay.
This is happening. When I say he's shutting it down, he's shutting it down. Thank you, Donald Trump.
Thank you, Donald Trump. Okay, I brought you something else. I brought something else up you told me to show.
What is that? Oh, that was for the No Kings. Yeah. Well, everybody knew about that. But look at the time on that on the upper left-hand side.
1:40, 14. Wait.
There you go.
Let me bring it down a little bit.
Breaking news. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it said 3,300 people.
Them 30, that's the 33.
They're 33. And you know that's a Masonic number. That's the highest Masonic number.
Okay.
No Kings.
No Kings.
That's the one I wanted you to see.
Okay.
That's the guy. That's the guy who replaced your girl. What's her name? Pam Bondi.
Yes, the Attorney General, or
right.
Is she Attorney General? Okay.
Right. Now he's really a temporary Attorney General, or acting, like you see the word acting, because Donald Trump said the word. He said central casting.
Yes.
So he says there's your actor. But do you remember what I told you in one of your shows about the neckties? All the different color neckties. He's wearing orange.
Ah.
And I said in some of your shows that orange is the new white.
It's the new white. You sure did.
I did say that. And I also said anytime you saw orange in those Godfathers movies, that meant death is coming. You remember I said that? So death is coming. Now, what is death coming to? White supremacy. Orange is the new white. He letting you know. Because you don't go to no damn press conference wearing a damn orange necktie.
No.
Hell no. And if you had a wife that did you go out like that, you need to divorce her.
And the thing about you saying it first and then it happened, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said Trump just did. Who is that? Cassandra said Trump just did a ceasefire for 2 weeks.
How many days is 2 weeks?
14.
Come on.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta think about this stuff, more consciously, because that's what the whole resurrection is about. Your Christ consciousness was resurrected.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
I think that's the end of that email. I got a couple more in there, if you don't mind.
Okay, let me bring it up.
Because I know you got a thing going on later, so.
Yes, sir, at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
If possible. Let's see. If you all are enjoying this is Sheik Jacob Bey. He's breaking down what's been going on, letting us know that it's over. It's over. It's over for the deep state. This is it.
It's over.
To get on to get on the mailing list. I think it's got to be another one. To get on the mailing list for his book, please email him at dejurlaw33@gmail.com. That's DEJURELAW33@gmail.com. Dang, I know your stuff by heart now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you desire to send him a love donation or offer, because y'all be asking about him all the time, and there's so many people waiting for you in the chat for you to come, then you can, yes, sir, you can send him a donation to All Rights Reserved right here. $ALLRIGHTSRESERVED. 1,260 people in the chat. Hit the like button, family. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video.
Share the video, because I'm tell y'all something. This thing is just gonna keep on. You know, y'all need to share this so y'all can see what exactly happened when you all get this transition of power, right? Oh, let me even talk about that transition of power. Okay. That's really an acronym for what? TOP, as in top hat. So when you think about Abraham Lincoln, what was he wearing all the time?
Top hat.
Transition of power, top hat. Just like the Monopoly man, what he got on? A top hat. Then you know it's a transition in power.
Wow.
When Lionel Richie did the thing for the Queen, the 70th anniversary of the Queen in England, he came out wearing a top hat. Because he was letting you know that 70, the number 70 means a reset.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Like I said, it's actually completion, right? But 70 means a reset. So, and the way I get that, so y'all know, you got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, love. You know, you got 7 days. Then you start back over at Sunday, right? So it's completion, and then you got to start over. So 70 is a reset. Okay. When Lionel Richie, when he came out, he had on the top hat. Then you know there's a new power that's going to take place.
Ooh, before we move on to the next one, Lulu asked, please ask Sheik Bey, what does Bridge Day mean? Trump keeps on mentioning this. Is it the Golden Gate Bridge? What does it mean?
It means you're crossing over.
Crossing over. Wow.
You get what I'm saying, Dr. Kidd?
Crossing over
you crossing over from the old world to the new world. When you cross over the bridge, we're gonna blow up that bridge, because once you cross over, we ain't never going back to that old world.
Wow. Wow. Okay, hold on, Sister Lulu. Oh, I don't know if it's a gentleman or a man, but Lulu gave an offering. Thank you, Lulu. $20 to the Dr. Kia Pruitt Show. We appreciate you so much. Okay, we'll ask him about the med beds in a minute. You want to answer that now or wait till we get on?
I might as well get it out the way.
Okay, come on through.
Part of what's happening is once you go into the new world, everything changes. That means the environment is going to change. That means your wealth is going to change. That means your health is going to change. Right?
Yes, sir.
All of it changes forever. You're no longer going to be in debt. See, before you were in the corporation, and the corporation is Admiralty Maritime Law. That's the laws of the sea. But in Revelations 2:1, God said there's going to be a new heaven, a new earth, and no more sea. Right? No more laws of the sea. We're going back to the laws of the land. Laws of the land is LAW, as in land, air, water. Right? So you got to go back to the laws of the land. And once you get back to the laws of the land, you now operate in a whole different construct. Now you're talking about 10 commandments. Now you're talking about real law. Now you're talking about no longer drowning in debt. You're flying in credit.
Wow.
That's because when they remove the all caps name, sister, that's gone. That's going to drown with that straw man. And Trump sent out another tweet today talking about no more paper straws. Paper straw is the straw man on paper.
Come on. Todd Blanche. Yeah. Okay. And so those med beds is about a whole new reality where we have that advanced technology that'll heal us. And some people say we'll be able to reverse an age, Sheik.
You know, that ain't bad. I mean, I guess what everybody wants to age gracefully.
Yes, sir.
Nobody wants to age and be sick.
No. No. No.
To the point to where you need somebody to help you do this, that, and the third. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
wants to do that.
Nobody. B. Solon says, wow, this man is so symbolic. He knows the definitions. He's bad as hell.
Thank you.
You rock. You rock. Yes, birth certificates, are they going to be abolished? Thompson asked you.
Woodrow Wilson is the one who created those birth certificates.
You give her some?
President Woodrow Wilson. And that whole system was to bind you, and they saw you as chattel property. And chattel is a French word for cattle. That's why if you look in front of Wall Street, there's a black cattle. The big old bull.
Yes, sir.
Right? You're chattel property. So but people don't know this. Behind the wall, this gets deep. Behind the wall of Wall Street are heads of Moors.
What?
Right. So that means what? Michael Jackson's first solo album was called Off the Wall.
Off the Wall.
Because he said you're going to be living off the wall. You ain't going to be on that wall no more.
Hold on, Sheik. They're asking for your Cash App. His Cash App is $ all rights reserved. ALLRIGHTSRESERVED. So I'm reading the chat. And someone asked for your email again. It is dejurlaw33@gmail.com. DEJURELAW33@gmail.com. Thank you so much, Sister Janine, for putting the information in the chat. I saw you ask for it, and I saw so many other people in the chat ask for his information as well. Let me make sure it's at the bottom of the ticker so that everybody can see that. Okay. It's the bottom of the screen, fam, if you want his information or desire his information. All right, you ready for the next?
I'm always ready.
Okay, then.
I'm always ready. Hey, I got to be ready for you.
Oh, hey.
Y'all
heard that?
You went into Shanae mode. Now,
okay.
Why did I send you that? Oh. Okay, you remember they were talking about the airplanes that were shot down?
Yes. Hold on.
Go open that again. And what I want people to really see, what does that look like? That picture?
This right here.
Yeah. What does that look like?
1, 2, 3. Is there are there 3 buildings or something?
Doesn't that look like a damaged White House?
It does. Yeah, I see it. Look, what in the world? You know it. They were intentional.
So what they're really showing you is that, okay, F-15 fighter jet down. But what is the opposite of 15?
51.
Right. So see, they were in control of you. I'm telling you something now. You're part of the 5 civilized tribes. 5.
Yes, sir.
Everything in 3s. 5 times 3 is what? 15. That's how they were in charge of our people. Right? 15. Because they were taking your area 51 and then they controlled the Moors.
Wow.
Or if you want to go into Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Creek, and Seminole, the 5 tribes. Right? They had to be in control of that. And I'll tell you how far back it goes. It goes all the way back to 1555. 555.
Wow.
Right? Because it took 64 years for them to be able to, when I say them, I'm talking about the colonists, for them to be able to get your head messed up, make you believe that you came from somewhere else to disorient you, separate your families, take away your language, take away your culture, right? And once they were able to divide, then they could conquer, right?
Wow.
Now, didn't I tell you, 64 was the beast?
You said that many times.
Now let's do the math. 1555 plus 64 is 1619. They took 64 years to be able to put you into captivity.
Whoa.
Then you add the 400 years, then you got 2019 as a COVID-19.
Mm. 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 People, they're agreeing. They're like, right, exactly. 555 stands for change, is what Ferns Inc. says. Green and red are the new order. I hear you, Lulu.
That's right, Lulu.
So what we saw was actually red and blue on that last image. These are red and
What else you
blue.
got? What else you got on there?
Okay, let's see if there's something else on. I think this is the last one in this particular email. So let me see what else we got. Michael Jackson made that song, Make a Change. All right. Thank you, family.
Man in the Mirror. And y'all, when he did that video, not video, but the performance he did at the American Music Awards, y'all remember that? He had Andre Crouch and two of Andre's background singers. That was 3. Then he had 22 choir members. So 3 plus 22 is 25. Then he had himself. That's 26. So it's 26 people on stage. So I always said that 26 means mankind. As in Genesis 1:26. God said, let us make mankind in our image, right?
Yes.
So therefore, he's saying image ain't nothing but the mirror, as in the man in the mirror. He said, I'm talking to the man in the mirror.
So Travis saying, thank you. Oh, here's another gift. Thank you so much for all of you sending gifts here. Legendary Top Cats. Hi, Legendary. Legendary Top Cats. Don't you have your own channel? He says, peace, Dr. Kia. Let me see what his channel. I appreciate the gift. God bless you. I think we were just talking about you with Sister Latanya, Dr. Latanya Taylor. Let me see you, Legendary. Somebody shout out to Legendary Top Hats family. He talks about us being the Aboriginal, indigenous.
I've checked out Top Cat's show a few times. I appreciate that, brother.
Indigenous Nijis, original people, misnomer, misclassified as Black, African American, Negro, colored, that we was misclassified by the Census Bureau. If somebody look up Walter Plecker, how they changed our designation, lied and told us we came from African slave ships from Africa in order to disinherit us from our land. Stole our land, put all our artifacts in the Smithsonian, stole our identity, told us stop calling us indigenous, stop calling us Americans, start calling us other names, allow everybody else to come over here and let them call themselves Americans or United States in order to disinherit. Came up with the movies Roots by Alex Haley so we can believe those lies.
But the roots were where? Tennessee, because Alex Haley was where in Tennessee. So he's letting you know that the real roots are in Egypt, which is Tennessee.
Come on through here. And he was sued for what was he sued for? He was sued for plagiarism. And he has stolen allegedly, according to the law. Thank you to Legendary Top Hats for your gifts, your love. Let me show you what somebody said about you, Legendary. Just for the work that you do, we are so grateful. Let's check out this right quick. I think this was on my show.
To have to be able to look at our families first, right?
When
you do that genealogy, the way Dane Calloway, the way Big Chief out of Houston, Big Chief University. Oh, I can't remember his name. Big Chief University.
Okay, I haven't heard of him. Big Chief University.
Oh, I highly recommend. He's a Southern man coming on, baby. He got his receipts. He knows how to present that thing from the beginning all the way up to now. He really is. I highly. His book is called.
Oh, wait a minute. Y'all can't see him. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is BigChiefUniversity.com.
Yes, that's him.
The Untold History of the True American. Okay, I'll put it. I'll drop the link in the
Absolutely.
chat.
For,
Thank
for
you.
your intellectuals who need receipts, who want, who want to be able, who you've been using Roland Martin as your resource, to have to be able to look at our families first,
So she
right?
was talking about legendary top hats. We found them. So thank you so much for the work that you do, legendary top hats. Let me get out of here. I shared your video, I mean your YouTube channel. So family, shout out to Legendary. Go to his channel and learn about how the people here are not Black. We're not, that's a status. That means you're dead. That means you have no standing in law. We are the Aboriginal 1828 Webster's definition of Americans. All right, Sheik, I apologize. I got off. Before we go on, somebody has a question for you. Luna Walker asked, why is slavery in the Bible?
Well, the Bible has to talk about, half of it's about what's going to happen to them, what's going to happen to us.
Okay.
Right? That's all it is. And talk. That's why when you read it, you be like, well, why does it be talking about a lot of bad stuff? But then it talks about some good stuff. But what does that really mean? It talks about when you start talking about the apocalypse and the end of the world and all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
It's just talking about the end of whose world?
Oh,
it's the end of their world. You now think about it. I already said that 42. Remember, I said 42 meant white supremacy times 3, 14 times 3, right? Mm-hmm. So when you talk about the Bible, you're talking about 4,000 years before what? Christ.
Mm.
And 2,000 years after. Ain't that 42?
Yes, sir.
Right? And I said that 14 means white supremacy. So it says 2,000 years after death, AD. 1-4.
After death.
1, A is 1, D is 4. 14. So they're letting you know, for that period, that age, we're going to be dealing with death. Because we're dead and lost at sea. And Jesus said, I'll be with you till the end of an age, the age of Pisces. Pisces is the fish. The fish belongs to the sea. That's why they said Jesus was a fisherman of men. You see what I'm saying? But he said, I'll be with you till the end of that age.
Maritime and Admiralty law.
Right.
See? Of course, legendary top hats. Email me at kiapruitt@gmail.com. We got to have you on the show. He said, yes, ma'am. One day, I hope you can bring me on this show to share. I would love that. The Soul Tribe loves receiving information over here. Love to be educated. T1 Production asked the family, please like, share, and subscribe to the show. Good evening, everybody. Okay, here we go, Sheik. Let me bring some more. Are you cooking?
Thank you.
You are cooking. You're welcome. I was blown away when I just read this when I pulled it up. Okay, here we go. Shall I read it?
Please do. That was either yesterday or the day before yesterday. When was it?
Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the effing straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
You said he did. Should I pause there or go on to the
well, no, you just keep going because, a lot of people already heard that. But why did he say Allah? I just said earlier, because he's talking from a Muslim principle now. He's not talking about government ordinance departments. God. He's leaving that alone because we got to go into a new world. No. Allah.
And somebody has said earlier, arm, leg.
Arm, leg, arm, head.
Okay.
You are Allah.
I can dig it. Hi. Oh, yeah. That's one of my grandson's name. He stood up. He said, hi.
Oh, wow. I love it.
Yep. You are Allah.
Now watch, read that one.
I'll be much obliged, sir. Oh, okay. First you said up here, April 7th, 47th president, 407 years of enslavement, because you said 1619 to 2019, the 400 years plus 7, we're in 2026.
Yeah.
That's okay. Where the
7 is
president from?
completion.
Huh?
7 is completion. That's why we're here now.
Okay.
4
A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something voluntarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We'll find out tonight, one of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran. He's hilarious.
Wait. But he put God back to the Iran. He didn't go to Allah.
He did.
He put it over. And I told you, Iran is 42. And that means white supremacy times 3. 14 times 3 is 42. And if you want to get deep about it, I'll get deeper. Because I said Genesis 1:26 means mankind. So do 42 times 3. It's 126.
This was on Channel 3 News. Everything in threes. This is deep.
Sometimes I trip myself out.
Huh?
I said sometimes I be tripping myself out.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So the civilization,
the spirit just starts to run through me sometimes.
Let him use you. Hey, glory. A whole civilization will die tonight. That's the white supremacy?
Yes.
Never to be brought back again.
Taking out their power.
Dang.
And taking out the bridge so we don't ever have to cross over to that bridge no more.
Who was behind this power that you're about which you speak?
Well, I believe that there's a higher power that's, because Trump did say I've been chosen.
I mean, this the white power, amen, the power that's being taken down.
Who's behind
he said,
it?
Huh? Because he said, well, the whole civilization, and then we were saying that was a power, the white supremacy power that's taken down. Who was behind that? An entity, an energy, people, the Moors, the Europeans.
Let's just first of all understand that we're not talking about an actual war.
Okay.
That's the smoke screen. Okay. He's making you believe one thing. Because when you think about resources, you think about oil, you think about energy, right?
Yes, sir.
So he's taking out the resources or the energy of the world. Because that power belongs to the Moors now. That energy, the resources, they belong to the Moors. So whoever was in charge of it, that has to go away tonight.
Retha said a whole civilization will die tonight equals 380. We are going to show you a new world also equals 380. Interesting. Thank you. Whoop, there it is. I approve, Sister Belinda. This is deep. This is deep.
We did good, didn't we?
We did very, very well. We did good. We did very, very well. So tonight, things change, family.
Things change, but don't panic. I'm telling y'all, don't panic, because if things go out, and I'm talking about stuff like maybe your refrigerator, or if they shut the stores down or whatever, just know that it's working for your better good. This is not. See, we're still in Passover.
Right. Yep.
Passover started on what day? 41, April the 1st.
1st. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
We're still in Passover. So when you're dealing with Passover, you got to go through that period, and you need to just stay low and stay out of their way while God's wrath or Allah's wrath passes over. Right?
Yes, sir. Somebody said, just keep the door shut. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Passover, I believe, ends on the 9th because it's 8 days of Passover. So that's 1 through the 9th. because at the end of the night, then there's a new world. There's a whole new world.
A whole new
Because
world.
what's the next day? 41, April the 10th.
Mm. I didn't know you knew Passover was 8 days. I kept Passover since I was a child. It's an 8-day feast.
Ain't that nice?
That's beautiful. It's happening during this season.
It's happening now.
Right now.
We're good. When I say we're good, we're good.
So please ask the chief, what is the meaning of the name Trustmore of a trust company in Curacao?
I haven't even heard of it. I'm sorry if I can't answer that. But look at the name of the company.
More. Trust more.
The Moors. I might need to get with that company. Shit.
Sister Yvette said 4-1, still in the Passover. Keep the door shut and stay in the barn.
She's right.
Keep it shut. See what the questions they have. Are brown folks considered indigenous as well? Who was that? Elian, as he said, are us brown folks considered indigenous? And are those like Hispanic? Is that what he's talking about?
Let me be clear about this so people ain't tripping with me. Okay, you got what's called migrants and you got what's called immigrants.
Okay.
Immigrants are people who came across a body of water. The body of water meaning the Atlantic, the Pacific, or whatever, right?
Yes.
You have to cross over from one continent to another, right?
Yes.
Now, migrant is somebody they come from Mexico into the land because they just going from one part of the Americas to another part of the Americas. Even if they're coming down from Canada into North America or the United States, if you want to call it that. That's just migrating. It's no different from you going from Florida to Georgia. You have migrated from one part of the land to another part of the land. Okay? That's all that is. So if you're brown and you came from Africa, let's say, you're considered an immigrant. You're not indigenous to this land, you're indigenous to Africa.
Okay.
So it don't matter the skin tone, it matters what's really going on, your true lineage.
Here's another question, and we're going to leave in about 10 minutes, family, so I can get ready for my private group meeting and share with them information about Vietnam, the Vietnamese dong, the Zimbabwean zim, and the Iraqi dinar. I'm going to send you a link too, Sheik, in case you want to join.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What happens to places like the U.S. Virgin Islands? That's a question by Rasta Hotep.
Well, the Virgin Islands is part of the outlying United States minor.
Okay.
Right? And the United States minor is the United States in all lowercase letters. So they're not considered to be part of the corporation.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going to happen with those people, but they're not considered to be U.S. citizens. They're just considered to be non-corporate citizens. You see what I mean?
Okay.
They're not part of that corporate construct.
They're not.
Which gives them an opportunity to be an American because you're not part of that corporation thing.
Okay.
You're not subject to the jurisdiction thereof. How you like that?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see what else. Sorry about putting that over your face, Sheik. Sounds like a trust for the Moors. So trust the Moor. It does, Farns. It sounds like a trust for the Moors.
Correct.
Okay, what else do we have? Another. Every brown folk ain't the same, Sean said.
She's correct.
Let me see. Just what is Jamaica to us or to the U.S.? Jamaica. You want to speak on Jamaica? That's the Caribbean. That's the same
No,
thing.
it's no different than what I just said about the Virgin Islands.
Okay. Who is this? Flu's dog said, wow, I just opened a random Bible at my grandma's and opened it to Revelation 18, 1 through 19. I'm not sure what it says.
Yeah, what is 18, 1 through 19? Post it.
Huh?
I'm letting them know to post it.
Yeah, post it what it says. Give us a summary and tell us what it says. Right, as Chief Rod Hayes would say, Donald John Quavius Trump. He's doing his thing. John Quavius acting like a brother.
But look at it. D and J is 14.
Okay.
And then you got Q. 17. As in quantum financial system.
All right. Your mind just be, man, your mind is.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the name. Quantavius as in quantum.
Somebody said they messing with me. They can't believe I didn't know that you would know that Passover has 8 days because you know everything about numbers. Oh. Wow. This is so. Why are so many people leaving states like California? ND wants to know.
People are leaving California because they're having a lot more activity of earthquakes there, and you know the cost of living too.
Right.
But that cost of living has gotten out of control. But because of the earthquakes, they know that doggone dragon or the Leviathan is starting to awaken. And the tail of the Leviathan goes right up the side coastal part of California all the way up into Alaska. The head of the Leviathan is right there where Venezuela is.
Okay.
That thing is gigantic. But then we're sitting on the dragon. The land is the dragon. That's why, you know, think about it. The blood of the dragon is the oil.
My Lord.
That's why when you light it, it turns into fire.
Dang.
As in the dragon's breath.
That's wild. So why are we using it? I don't get it.
Well, it's still, the resources that we need for whatever else we got to function. But see, if you think about drilling into the Leviathan, it's not really hurting it.
Okay.
It's no more than taking a little stick needle and pricking your skin. Because that thing is that humongous. So just think about an oil drill taking, just pricking something that humongous. It ain't hurting that thing.
Good explanation. Somebody got a question for you from our Instagram family. Motorball asks, Motorball says, my father is Indian and my mother's Filipino. So what does that make me?
Filipinian?
Was it Filipinian?
I don't know. I don't know. Some questions I don't know. I'll tell you, if I don't know, I don't know.
Right. Ooh, okay. So the Belinda says, Sheik and Dr. Kia, I see changes in the USPS. It's not the same 32 years of service. Time to retire before the big fall. Oh, so USPS isn't the same? Huh.
Well, they're more than likely going to take those POW flags off the post office on April the 10th or so.
Yes, you showed us those POW flags.
Yeah, we're no longer prisoners of war after this.
I agree. You follow your mother's bloodline. Typically, that's the way most people do. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. I'm not saying you might not be, but I'm saying that was the way they used to deal with how do you know who you are. Okay, what else y'all ask? This is such great information, Mina says. Thank you. Okay, so Delphine has a question for you. Please explain to us what's going to happen to us, the people, the states, when the dragons wake up.
They're trying to keep the dragon from waking up. So the only way to keep him from really waking up is to keep him frozen. Right? But see, people have been so concerned about global warming that it's the climate is making them thaw out.
Okay.
That's why you're seeing more volcano eruptions, because that's part of the dragon.
Okay.
The lava is from the dragon.
You
better think about that. You ever see out in the ocean where it look like rock forms, like spikes? You ever see like they look like this and look like that and look like that? All that is the backside of a dragon. They had small ones and big ones.
Wow.
It's just like if you think about those giants, Nephilim or whatever, and you have all these caves, all the caves. You heard about caves, right? The caves ain't nothing but like a female giant uterus. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You walking into the uterus, or you walking into the mouth, or you walking into the ears. You know, you walking in through the nose. Those are caves. And then they too have orifices inside of them, because you go into where the heart was, the heart chamber was. You go into the esophagus. Those are tunnels or parts of the giant. Don't get lost in the intestines.
Don't, you're right. Don't do it.
Right.
Where's she? Go ahead, Sheik.
Well, that's all I'm saying. Because see, when they have that Himalayan salt, you know, that pink salt.
Yes,
that ain't nothing but the muscle tendons of the giant.
Oh.
Because that's why they call him Himalayan. He's laying on that damn. That's him laying down.
What?
Himalayan.
We got to bring you back on just to talk about stuff like that, because that's deep.
Ain't that deep? Now you're talking about the muscle.
Sheik, before we leave, Ferns Inc. says Revelation 18:1-19 describes the fall of Babylon, the great symbolizing of the destruction of a corrupt, luxurious power.
I love her. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Well, Sheik, it's 7:43, and I love when we come on because you give such great news and you're encouraging to the Soul family. They've been asking about you. I want you to know that. So it's apropos.
Ask them if they want us to do a follow-up for this great performance, because you and I always get down.
Oh, yeah, come on. Y'all want to follow up? We can come back.
If they want to follow up, I'll do it, because it's going to be more to talk about, and everybody's going to be able to rejoice after this next conversation.
They say yes, absolutely. Oh, wow. Okay, family. Follow up, please. Most definitely. I'm reading yes times 3.
Thank you. Oh. Thank you. I mean, everybody showing me love. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's time to wake up, people, man, for real.
It is. Well, I can't wait to see what happens in the morning. Somebody told me in the chat, silver and gold are going back up.
It will.
That's very indicative. Look at all these yeses. My gosh, I can't even keep up.
Thank you.
Greetings, for sure.
Thank you.
Wow. Yes. Family, if you've enjoyed this live tonight, they said tell us more. Please, more. MOORE. That all these yeses. All right, family, hit the like button, please. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. They said, come on with it. Wow. If you've enjoyed this video, and I know you have, you want to know his views on fighting autism. Okay, we'll remember that for the next time, family, because I'll have to go to do my show with my private group. For those of you who have asked for his Cash App, you can send him a Cash App gift or donation to $ all rights reserved, ALLRIGHTS RESERVED. And you can also send him an email to dejurlaw33@gmail.com. If you're interested in the private group meeting tonight, we talk about investment. Sometimes I'll do it on my major channel, but a lot of things I talk about actually in the private group. We get into detail. People share information and, information that we don't necessarily want to tell everybody because I'm not a private investor or a financial advisor, so I can't tell people what to do. So we want to share information for entertainment or education purposes only about revaluation of currencies, investments, or whatnot. We go to the private group. So on my major YouTube channel, my main YouTube channel, I have over 200. I have like several. I can't even tell you how many hundreds of videos. But in my private group, I have over 100 videos. You can go to my private group or just go to anywhere where you click join. Follow the prompts and you'll be in. But we're going to talk tonight about how many of those countries that the Soul Tribe have invested in are saying they're thriving. Their economy is doing well, even in the midst of Middle East. That's including Iraq. And so I have like 3 articles for Iran, 3 for Iraq, and 3 for Zimbabwe to let you know just how economically stable those countries are. And I will put that link to the private group in the chat so you can join the membership. Let's see, private group link. And I sent you a link, Sheik. Okay, so Sheik, you're welcome. Do you have any final words for the Soul family?
All I gotta say is thank you so much. Everybody has shown me nothing but love. And again, thank you, Dr. Kia, because you've always been such a wonderful sister. And,
it's my pleasure.
And I do love the fact that I'm reaching people who want to receive the information. Because I've had people that I try to tell, some of this stuff about, and they're so closed-minded that you have to pick and choose your audience because guess what? I mean, this ain't for everybody. And God said that man shall perish for a lack of knowledge. And so many people, you'd be surprised about 98% of the people out here don't have a clue what's going on. But I do appreciate the 2% that come into your show that want to really hear the word, right? And all I can do is give them the truth, right? And the thing is, everything I say, and this is what the book is so important, everything I say, you can back up and cross-reference it yourself and look it up and say, there you go.
Oh, there it is.
Because I ain't talking from the side of my neck. I'm just giving you the truth.
That's right, Sheik. They said, come on now. Well, Sheik, it's been real. This has been an amazing show. I'm going to jump off, and I'm sorry for jumping off so quickly so we can do that. I can do that show quickly with the private group on how well those countries are doing that we've invested in. Let's see, what are you guys asking? Oh, they said they loving this. They love learning the truth. Wow. Yes, you have surely reached me today, Yvette says. Keep up the great work. To you, Sheik.
Thank you,
Lulu says, we love you, Sheik Bay. Upstate New York loves you. Ireland loves you. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, family, you've heard from the Sheik of the Soul Tribe, Sheik Jacob Bay, and Dr. Kia Pruitt. When I get a chance, I will come back to tell all of you who sent me a Cash App gift, thank you, because I like to acknowledge you. I appreciate you so much. Some of you sent a gift through the chat. Thank you. And on tomorrow, we'll go through these Cash Apps, only because I have to go. I don't want to keep the other group waiting. They've been waiting since 7 o'clock. So I love you, family. We appreciate you. We'll be back, right, Sheik?
You know it. We got to.
We
got to. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
everybody. Everybody who sent me a Cash App donation or send me an email. Remember, I will email you back. I love the emails. Just don't be asking me a lot of stuff that, try to help you save your house and stuff. I don't know to do all that, but I will at least have a conversation and we can talk about some other good things. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see y'all on the other side in the private group. Hit the join button on any of my videos or on my main channel. On my YouTube name is Dr. Kia Pruitt. The handle is at official Dr. Kia Pruitt or Dr. Kia Pruitt official, but you'll see the join button. There are many other mimicking channels out there, but they don't have the join button to the private group. So that's it. Somebody just sent me some. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Let me see. I appreciate you. Who is that? Sister Angela Smith. God bless you. Oh, I appreciate you for sending me a Cash App gift. My Cash App is $ Mama Kia 13. Sheik Jacob Bays is all rights reserved. Soon we're gonna have is his name Top Hats on the show. We'll have Chief Macca come on later on in the week. I love you, family. Good night. I'm gonna play the outro song and we're gonna get out of here. I'll give you a call, Sheik.
Good night. Hey, there's your grandson. Good night, brother.
Oh, you see?
Hi.
Good seeing you.
He said, good seeing you.
Good seeing you too.
And have a good evening. I love the fact that you're really studying under your mom and your grandma. I like what you're doing.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
All
Have a
right.
good night.
Good night, Chief.
All right,
See,
bye-bye.
see you soon. Good night, Soul Tribe. We love you. We'll see you in the private group. I'll put that link in the chat for you one more time. The name of that show, let's see where it is. I can find it. Countries Thrive Amidst Middle East Conflict. We'll tell you how Zimbabwe, Iraq, and Vietnam are thriving and open for business. Let me get out here. My grandbaby's trying to eat snack. Make all this noise. You hungry? Talk to you soon, Soul Tribe. I got to run to the private group. See you later. Mama Kia loves you. And thank you, Sister Janine. She says, thank you for supporting our beautiful Doc family. She always makes me feel so good. I'm honored to have her as our moderator. Good night, Soul family. We'll see you on the other side in the private group. Peace.